Good morning. In the words of the immortal Rich Piana, it is Saturday, and it is currently 07:38 hours, bright and early. I'm not actually probably going to be lifting for a couple of hours, but I figured I would be doing my little intro sketch where I talk to y'all on my drive. So that seems to be when the brain juices flow the easiest. Ironically, not in the morning when I'm driving. I mean, it is a beautiful 75 degrees, frankly. It's really nice compared to how it has been. Looks like mowing is in the schedule for today if it doesn't frickin' rain. It rained yesterday, it rained the day before yesterday. Still haven't mowed my lawn. But I'll do it. I'll get it done. You just wait. That sun is bright. So today is shoulders. So it will be shoulder day today when we actually do get to the lifting. And I am excited for the lift, but also excited because I got some stuff planned for the weekend. Cool little Miata there. I'm going to see a buddy of mine, a very good friend that I haven't seen in a few months. He's my roommate in college, and we never grew apart. We literally just moved apart, but we're still really close. One of my best friends. And then might go on a range trip either later today or tomorrow. I can film some stuff from that, maybe. I don't know if YouTube's a big fan of that sort of activity, so I might not upload anything, but we'll see. Okay. Shoot, I'm spilling coffee everywhere. That's not what you want to be doing. And then Sunday, I might see my brother. I'm stoked about that, too. Oh, that's good. It was good coffee today. Hot. Very hot, but pretty good. Unfortunately, this mug I'm using here does not fit into the cup holders that are designed in this vehicle. It does not have one of those slim, flared bases for her pleasure, so it's really hard to get in and out. That doesn't stay anywhere, it just wants to spill. So I think I'll just have to hold it like a soccer mom the whole way. Bigger jobs. On the note of it being Saturday, Saturday is my check-in day with my coach. And what I do is, before I even touch a weight, before I even hop on the treadmill, I'm barely awake, so bear with me. I throw some trunks on, set up the old tripod, take posing photos, which are your 8 mandatories and your quarter turn, relaxed. I think there's 6 mandatories, quarter turns, front and back relaxed, and then favorite classic, because I'm going to do classic and bodybuilding this year. And my plan with that is I'm going to do both, see where I place, and then I will get the judge's opinion, and they're going to tell me, hey man, you should do this, or hey man, you should do this, and I'm gonna find out. The other thing is, frankly, if I don't place, I'm gonna be done competing for a year or two. I'm still gonna be like busting my ass and getting bigger, but I won't be on stage in all of 26 if I don't qualify for nationals. And that's not to sound defeatist or anything, it just interferes with personal obligations and stuff, and being on prep for a lot of things that I have planned that year is not compatible with reality. So, coffee's good. I tend to drink my coffee black. Today I did not. I've got this. It's like that cold foam stuff. It's like whipped cream, but it's this chocolate chip brown butter cookie dough flavor from Coffee Mate, and they don't make it anymore, which ticks me off because it is. I usually don't like creamer. Like if somebody's like, "Oh, you want coffee?" I take it black. I drink my iced coffee black, etc. I just really, really like this flavor, and you can't get it anymore, which is a huge bummer. So once this one runs out, that's it. And it fits my macros in that 15 grams of it. There's 1 gram of fat and 3 grams of carbs. So it's honestly almost negligible. On the topic of counting your calories and macros, I do want to say that it is important when you're on prep. I wouldn't worry about it. I mean, I still think you should count when you're not on prep, or if you're just doing like a casual cut or a casual bulk, or even like casual health phase or main gaining. You should count, but don't base your entire sanity off of it. But even when it comes to prep, like you should be locked in, you should be dialed in, but not to the point where you drive yourself crazy. My first show, I did that. I mean, I was tracking everything. I would track like my broccoli down to the gram. I would track how much sugar-free syrup or how much sugar-free jelly I would use, and things like that. Like things that already are basically 0 calorie. I would be tracking them down to the very, 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 very nitty-gritty. And what actually ended up happening is I developed kind of an eating disorder from that, and only during like the duration of my prep. Like as soon as I was on stage, I wasn't worried anymore, but when I was doing my prep, if I would have a snack or if I would overeat or if I would binge something, I would just immediately have terrible, terrible food guilt. Like my stomach would get upset. I'd throw up. I'd feel like shit. I'd just beat myself. I'd be angry at myself, And this time around, I'm obviously quite strict with my calories and being a very good boy. But if somebody's like, "Here, man, have the tiniest little taste, like stick your tongue into this drink, or like have a piece of a chip," I don't like flip shit, and I'm not like, "I gotta track it, it's gonna get," no, I'm being smart. I'm obviously in a good deficit, 204 pounds today. I'm doing good, but I'm not doing everything to ad nauseum, developing a literal eating disorder type thing. And so I think I'm a much healthier mentally this time around for prep. Because last time, man, it was bad. It was bad. On that note, I also, just due to my body weight and like a couple other factors and whatnot, I get about a lot more calories this time around. Like and the way and the methodology that I'm eating, like timing meals and stuff, and mixing in cardio and steps and whatnot, my appetite's under much better control. So honestly, this prep, let's not like get stupid about it. You know, we're still 12 weeks out, but it's easier. It's easier so far. 12 weeks out for my other prep was I was already losing my mind, and there was 12 weeks to go. So, moral of the story is anything worth doing in life is worth doing right. But that saying that anything that's worth doing is worth overdoing, maybe not so much. Anyway, I'm going to go in, hit some poses, and then when I start my lift, I'll see you guys then probably in a couple hours. Tripod's broken, so we are going to have to deal with that and/or just get a new one at some point. The little swivel point broke, so we are condemned to horizontal only filming for the foreseeable future. We're starting off with some shoulder press, dumbbell shoulder press, and my least favorite bench is once again the only one that's open. So, what I think we're going to be doing is setting this bad boy up to vertical and warming up. Something light. These 60s up front look pretty good. I think I'll start with those. There we go. Oh, that is very straight up and down. I might jump the seat back like one notch just to help set up and stuff. Anyway, because this feels like I'm gonna pitch forward a little bit. Oh yeah. Whew. I was trying to get my joints loosened up a little bit. Shoulders are definitely tight, so I'm gonna hit another warm-up set off camera and then hit the actual sets. Maybe I'll switch benches now that a decent one's opened up. So I'm sipping on spider, gross. Got an egg sac, so I'm not gonna kill it because that would be even more gross. Then it explode with all the baby spiders, and that's a bummer. Anyway, I'm sipping on the Animal brand, ANML, clear protein. This one's pineapple orange, and I gotta say, I'm not sponsored or anything, but it's pretty good. It's pretty good, flavor-wise. All the clear proteins, the best one I've ever had in my experience. Is still a little gloopy, if you will, a little oopy-doopy, kind of thick. So the texture experience is suboptimal. But what I have on the docket is hitting hundreds for 6. That seems ambitious, but the best way to keep muscle in a deficit and a cut is to use it. So we're going to swing the hundreds around. Excuse me. And 6 would be cool. 8 would be nutty. I would like 8. But anyway, we're just going to do it. See what happens. I'm psyching myself up. Give me a second. Eat. Ooh. Easier when it's over, boys. Ooh. For the Empire. Okay. Well, that was 6. And it was equally as hard as last week. Which, for being a couple pounds lighter, is a good compromise. So, I don't think we'll be doing the hundreds again. I think we will jump it down to 85s or 90s. So, all right, my shoulders are burning already, which is cool. That's what you want, am I right, boys? But anyway, I'm doing the 90s, which is 10 pounds less each side, so a total less of 20 pounds. So that should be nothing. Should be 8 all day. All day. But, run it up. Also, just for reference, if I sound a little sleepy, it's because I am. I think I got 6 hours of sleep last night. And that's just because. It's just because. Shut up. Ooh. Let's try to set up a little bit better. Ugh. All right. Okay. All right. Well, I got really close to 7 there. And honestly, I probably could have got that 7th rep, but I think I would have passed out. And that's not a trade-off I'm willing to make on the first exercise of the workout. So, moving on. All right. You know the drill with upright rows. 2 sets of 12. And we're going to get frisky with it. We're going to have good form. Fast, concentric, slow, eccentric. And 12 reps. Shoulders already on fire. It's going to be a good day. Goodness. Yes. One more of those. Alright. Make sure this is still on. Yeah. Round 2. Definitely had to cheat that last rep, but you got it done, and I'm out of breath. So, yeah, what's next? All right, once again have our dumbbell lateral raises. And upon further review from my coach, my idea was correct. My execution was wrong. So in response to that, trying to get my traps out of the way. So, no traps, all shoulders. So we're going to lower the weight and really do good. Starting in 30s. Lower the traps, all shoulders, no traps. Let's go. Got some more traps. There we go. Oh my gosh. Yeah, you can feel it right away. Okay. I am speed running this workout, so my weight capacity is not great. But hey, we're getting in here. We're killing it. Give me a minute or two, then we'll hit some 25s. All right, back at it again. It's really, I'm gonna try to straighten my elbows a little bit too. And you know what? If I get like 6 fucking reps with that, I'm taking it. I don't care. Just keep it clean. Let's go. Oh, gosh. All right. Okay. Man, all right, shoulders are singing. Absolute agony. And we love it. We love it. Oh. So I think I got the freaking face pulls next. These extra larges are getting a little loose, huh? Anyway, run it up. All right, face pulls. We all know what we're doing here. Let's find a rope. Kind of hard to get her in this place. So, as you might have noticed, we're back at what's honestly sort of my primary gym.
And why is it that my primary gym? It's because I work here. And so, as a result, I spend a lot of time. It's not my full-time job, but gets you free membership, gets you in the door, things like that. The other gym I work at, that old school one, I really, really like. I love their old machines. Thing is, though, their cardio equipment sucks. And they are lacking any sort of core equipment and a traditional pec deck. So I don't really like to do rear delt stuff there. But everything else, incredible. And then there's a secret third gym that you haven't seen yet. If you dig through my Instagram channel, which is the same as here, Silverback Bodybuilder, you'll see some footage from there. But I go there when I want, like, because their dumbbells go up to like 150, I think. So I go there when I want to do some stupid stuff or when I just want an ego boost. You know, throw a stringer on and have people look at you. It's a good place for that, too. But anyway, face pulls, you know the drill. I don't need to explain it to you. We're going to do 120 pounds, and we're going to rip it. Set of 12. I need to trim my dang mustache. It's getting in my mouth. Here we go. Sorry, my hands keep slipping. Really bad. I'm going to get some chalk after this. Yeah, I just couldn't keep a grip on that set. It's not the weight is too heavy, I just freaking sweaty. So, grab some chalk for the next one. So I really enjoy the liquid chalk. It's a lot less messy. Honestly, it works really well. But the problem is, it's like one of those Schrodinger's problems. You either have virtually none or way too much. And now that I can properly perform Hand of the Uruk-hai on someone, the White Hand of Saruman, we'll hit the second set. And hopefully my hands don't slip as much. But time will tell. Anyway, run it up. Ow. Alright, so we have 2 sets of 15 on rope pushdowns. Now the goal of the rope is it gives you a little bit more stability, or less stability rather. And so at the bottom of the rep, you're looking to kind of pull your hands apart and squeeze a little bit, and that'll force you to lengthen your triceps a little bit. I'm not a huge fan of the rope. I really would rather just get a straight bar and just wrench it. You know, like put the stack on there plus a plate, but using the rope kind of forces you to slow down and control your reps a little bit. So we got a couple sets of 15. I've lowered the weight pretty drastically. It's 80 pounds, so we should be able to do that. And let's get it. I honestly lost count. That was somewhere between 13 and 15. So, you know, not my best performance, but I think we're on the same weight next time. And Woo, probably only gonna get 10, but that's fine because we're just trying to get home. All right, here we go again. I'm sweaty now, and I was before, but it's bad now, I guess. Oh, okay. So it's 9 decent reps and one really sloppy one. But I wanted that 10th number. And honestly, one more set of these would be pretty good, but I'm not sure that I really have it in me. Plus, there's more triceps to come. So, see what's next. All right. It is now time for my favorite rear delt exercise. I'm going to jump this up a little bit. Is this Coulter Wall on the radio here? That's interesting. Just 15 on this. Let's hammer it. It is Coulter Wall. Anyway. Oh, that burns. Wow, holy moly, that burns. Let's do it again. Other side. Yeah. Sweet Moses. One more of those. So, something I want to bring up about shoulders that a lot of people notice or mention is a lot of the times you don't see big name bodybuilders doing a lot of dedicated like overhead or military press. I mean, they all hit lateral raises, but you don't see a lot of them doing like military or Smith machine or dumbbell overheads. And like Sam Sulek, for example, he really doesn't do that much like overhead pressing. And the reason for that, this is, you'd have to ask himself, but I think is because you do a lot of incline and laterals and other exercises where the shoulders act more as an accessory. You don't need to do that overhead as much because you're going to hit the front delt with your chest exercises. you hit the rear delt on purpose, and then with your rowing, and your sides, and that 3D shape really comes from laterals. Now, on the other hand, what you also notice, you look at Marcus Rule, who had, without a doubt, the greatest delts in the history of bodybuilding. I mean, giant, huge bowling balls on both sides. And what you did see him doing a lot, especially on the Smith machine, was a lot of partials for shoulders and the upper half of incline press, which is a lot more focused on your delts. So to that extent, I say, if you want big shoulders, you got to use or do big shoulder exercises. And of course, genetics and all the other crap plays into it, but you got to do the work. And you can get good by skipping your heavy presses. And I honestly would recommend skipping the heavy pressing exercises if you have weak shoulders, weak rotator cuffs, bad elbows, etc. But if you don't, just shut up and do the work, man. All these science-based shticks, I think they make a lot of sense when you're cutting when you're on a severe deficit like I am. But if you're trying to get big, do what people have been doing for the last 50, 60, 100 years to get big. Move some heavy-ass weight and shut up. Anyway, back to my science-based exercise here. This optimal form. Let's head it. Not saying science-based is bad. It has its place. So does lifting heavy-ass weight. Oh, yeah. Oh. Here's a good question. Who would win in a fight? A polar bear or a tiger? They're both big megafauna. They're both apex predators. Assuming, of course, that in this arena, they're both somehow magically, optimally in their perfect environment. The polar bear is all cool and happy, and the tiger's in his whatever ideal jungle climate. Who would win in a fight? Think about that. I think polar bears have the size advantage, but the tiger's kind of lithe and they're quick, I think the environment, is there water involved? Pretty sure tigers can swim, but I know a polar bear can swim and they're damn good at it, so. These are important questions that we must ask. We got T-post raises now. The drill with these. Another thing to consider is I think claw force, they're pretty evenly matched. But I think in terms of bite and canine teeth and stuff, I think the tiger's got a strict advantage, but I think that polar bear might be stronger. So I think a polar bear is like 14 feet when they're standing. I think like tip to tail, they're like 9 or 10. And a tiger, I think, is similar. I think a tiger's like 600 to 700 pounds. Polar bear's like over half a ton now. But how much is that like fur and stuff? Yo, Joe Rogan. Who would win? I hit this one. I had an itch. I don't think I'm going to pause it. I think I'll just show you guys what I do in between sets. Well, actually, usually I get up and walk around, get my steps in. But, you know. I mean, this is the other big questions going around is like, who would win? 100 men or one gorilla? And to which I ask you, who would win? 100 rats or one man? Okay? And the answer is the rats, obviously. So you gotta think the same way. You know? Alright, last set of the day. And I think this leaves us all with the question. You know, what's your favorite shoulder exercise? Let me know. Lightweight. Let's do a little pump check. Okay, so as you can tell, I got a pretty decent pump going. One where the lighting's the best. I want some dramatic down lighting. Yeah, right there. Got some abdominals coming in. Looking pretty spicy, frankly. Chink, chink, chink. Give me two more. And Jeff Side coming for now. But, yeah. So, a little bit of tricep check. Some horseshoe action going there. That's pretty cool. About the other stuff. Goodness. Elbow is acting up severely, so maybe let's just focus on this side. This elbow's angry. Little delt check here. Get a whole subject matter frame. Not too bad. Got some cool definition. Zoom out a little bit. Well, that's neat. How can I do that? Yeah. Get some, like, fingers running through it. That's cool. Yeah, look at that. That's looking pretty fucking gnarly, dude. Ugh. Give me, like, 3 more weeks, they'll start to get shredded. And then we don't even know what we're going to be doing with all this. Shredded. You know, because a lot of people, this would be like what they're looking for like a summer cut. We're trying to go way beyond that. So, give me 5 or 6 or 10 more pounds. We're going to look freaky. All right. Anyway, big day planned. Going to see some buds. Might go shooting. Might do that tomorrow. I'm a true red-blooded American, so I enjoy the shooting sports and whatnot. Gosh, I love that. This is what cutting's all about. Is you get weaker, you get smaller, and then eventually you start seeing some really cool stuff that was hiding underneath all that plush. And yeah. Ever a work in progress. As always, boys, it's easier when it's over. See you tomorrow.